Welcome to 5 and 5 with Miller and Mango, your go-to source for all things finance with a twist of culture infused into every episode. Join your hosts, seasoned financial professional Miller and marketing maverick Mango, as they discuss 5 of the latest market and cultural trends and help you instill common sense into the ever-changing landscape of finance, all within 5 minutes. It's time to dive into the numbers, unravel market mysteries, and discover the strategies that matter. Welcome to 5 and 5 with Miller and Mango.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of 5 and 5. I'm your host, Mango, and here's my co-host, Miller. How's it going, Miller?
I am well. Episode 4 for 5 and 5. Episode 5 is going to have a lot of 5s included. I'm looking forward to it already.
And we're here to help you make common sense of the latest market and cultural news. Today is October 24th, and let's get right into it. Topic 1. Let's talk about Treasury Yields, the most exciting topic for everybody. This past week, the Fed might have put an end to the past 19 months of historic interest rate hikes, which is to tamp down inflation. What does that mean to the average Joe?
Especially in our industry, Mango, if you're not aware of some of the interest rate moves that have occurred really over the last year and a half and counting, you've probably been living underneath a rock here. So we've seen the Federal Reserve be incredibly active in how they've approached just one of the tools in their toolbox, which is trying to control that discount rate or the federal funds rate. I think an interesting thing for us to watch on our end, both professionally and then, of course, as humans and consumers ourselves, the effects of interest rate changes really don't show up in a meaningful way in the economy until 9 to 12 months or a year later. So we've seen the Fed go on a tear here for the last year and a half, really getting back to roughly an average rate since the 80s, but we really haven't felt those longer term effects that really in history have shown up. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that affects businesses as things reprice. People go out and borrow money. Contracts are renewed. Risk-free rates are renewed. So we have a lot to be watching, especially over the next couple months, assuming the Fed's done with the trajectory that they've been on.
Okay. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Now, talking about inflation rates, but in a different way, the happiest place on earth, Disney, just released a new financial reporting model that their parks made $24 billion in revenue over the past 9 months, which is up 21% from same time last year. In a world with the inflation rates and all of that, why do you think Disney continues to thrive?
I mean, Disney is just a behemoth in and of itself, right? One of the kind of original American companies, it feels like, and so much creativity comes from it. I think in this case, with some of the new models or some of the ways that they're estimating, a lot of it comes down to the art and the science of accounting. So how creative can you be in terms of how you're accounting? And that's not insinuating they're doing anything nefarious. It's just saying with the divisions that really they have as a business. I mean, parks is just one element of their overall income. So think about it this way, Mango. If I were to ask you and 100 people what your income is, I'm going to get a variety of different answers.
Yeah.
Some people, that's their gross income. Some will tell me what they get in their checks. Some may tell me what they get in their side hustles that they get. So how you're reporting this information sometimes is equally as important as how you're getting it in the first place.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah. What do you think? Are you a big Disney fan? Have you and the kids been?
Nope, not at all. Wasting money in my mind.
Yeah, well, we haven't ventured down there either, so we're on the same page.
As we are about to hit the holiday season, which means a lot of spending on consumer goods, we're seeing more of the buy now, pay later phenomenon. Why are we seeing more of that? What has changed over the last couple of years?
It seems like this has started with some of the larger, maybe more unforeseen costs, things like healthcare cost or payment plans at the dealership or your mechanic, something like that, or something that could come out of left field and hit you. But, I mean, even if you go on Amazon now, there's that tiny little affirm button that you can click and participate in these buy now, pay later options. I think it's a reflection of just where we are, just generally speaking, in the United States. We're a very consumer debt-based culture, for better or for worse. Mm-hmm. There's some upsides and some pretty scary downsides to that. But I think it's a reflection of what consumers are asking for, and that's more ways to buy on credit, which I think can be scary and catch up to a lot of people really quickly. Yeah.
We'll see what happens this upcoming holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix just announced the Netflix Cup, tough to say, which is a golf tournament combining the stars from their Formula One show Drive to Survive and the golf show Full Swing. This is the first time Netflix is actually putting on live sports for their subscribers to watch. This actually comes off the major shift in the NFL package from the DirecTV to YouTube TV that was for $14 billion.
Wow.
Seismic change.
Sure.
How do you feel about the merging of streaming sports? Is that good or bad for the regular consumer?
You know, it harkens back here for me is like the old cable days.
Yep.
It seems like all of these providers have drastically increased their prices over the past year or so. The pricing's getting more and more confusing. I don't know if my neighbor is paying the same thing that I am.
Yep.
Am I getting ripped off, or am I getting a great deal? I'm curious to know what you think as you're a sports fan and consumer yourself. I mean, how are you taking this?
It's confusing. I think the problem they're running into now is there's too many streaming services involved that offer one-off of sports. So unless there's some kind of consolidation around down the road, they're fragmenting the marketplace and making us consumers probably end up paying more by bundling everything together, where we were years ago complaining about having to pay for cable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I don't like the way it's going. I understand the future is streaming. I get it. Maybe cable's not the answer, but I think you need to see some type of consolidation, or there are better, I would say, sporting organizations that you can buy the package, right? The NBA, you just buy the package. MLB, the package.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is still really tied to having that broadcasting or streaming rights.
Sure. Yeah, well, I think we'll naturally see that innovate over time.
Yep.
And, make changes in a pretty competitive landscape.
Yeah.
We see YouTube TV and Hulu Live and those kind of programs advertised all the time.
All the time.
Speaking of something people are watching, or it's been treated as, for some people, a source of entertainment, is where digital assets have gone over, especially this year and really the past couple years. It seems like it's been a pretty big topic. I'm flipping the script on you here a bit today. I want you to explain to me, like a fourth grader, as I know this is a passion of yours.
Yep.
When we talk about digital assets or Bitcoin or the blockchain, explain that to me in a way that I can understand here, Mike.
3 things really quickly. Bitcoin has reached 33,000 today, which is incredible. 2, I'm going to give you the AI response of what this is, and then I'll give you the fourth grader response.
Love it.
Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that enables peer-to-peer transactions without the need for intermediaries like banks, using a technology called blockchain. What blockchain is a distributed and immutable ledger that records all Bitcoin transactions, ensuring transparency, security, and trust in the cryptocurrency network. It's a lot. So if I explain it to like my fourth grader, Dylan, I'd say, think of when you go in to play Roblox, or when you go to play Minecraft or Fortnite, and you're paying for those goods or services within that game. You're paying through digital currency to get goods back.
I see.
That's the way I would look at it.
So the credits or the currency
highest level
in
possible.
game.
Yep.
Got
currency in game.
Okay.
And that was one of the visions that they sold people on moving forward.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Very
it's
good.
interesting. I mean, the scary thing is my kids are going to be more likely to potentially use these than we are, because of the information gap and how they kind of adapt to technology moving forward.
Yeah. Well, I think how you purchase the token itself or the currency itself is really closely watched right now with the SEC starting to experiment with ways for investors to get more involved. Yeah. So maybe another topic for another time.
That's
but
it.
Close us out.
All right. Well, another great episode of 5 and 5. Again, please go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Review, like, and comment. And please let us know if there's anything else that you would like for us to cover. We're about to hit Halloween.
Yeah.
Are you a candy or chocolate guy?
Big time chocolate, especially dark chocolate.
I'm with you.
Good deal.
All right.
Well,
have
we
a good
get
one.
along. Have a happy Halloween.
Bye.
TradeWinds LLC is an investment advisory firm that is registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training. TradeWinds will not accept trade offers online, and any such request, orders, or instructions that you send will not be accepted and will not be processed. This presentation has been provided for informational purposes only and is not intended as legal, tax, or investment advice or a recommendation of any particular security or strategy. The investment strategy and themes discussed herein may be unsuitable for investors depending on their specific investment objectives and financial situation. Information obtained from third-party sources is believed to be reliable, though its accuracy is not guaranteed. Opinions expressed in this commentary reflect subjective judgments of the author based on conditions at the time of the publication and are subject to change without notice. Past performance is not indicative of future results.